as we wait for people to join us. Good morning, everyone. We're going to be starting in Supta Baddha Konasana, so let's come to our mats. I don't know, Larry, if we're going to have to lower the shades or not, everything. And as before, I've got a couple of pillows here for my head. I have my blanket folded and laid at the bottom of the pillows to support my spine. I have my bricks on either side of where my knees are going to go. And I'm sitting on the floor in front of my blanket. My hips are on the floor. I'm going to take the belt as before, make a big loop through 2, back through 1. Alrighty. And when you've got that, put it over your head, around your hips, not the back. Loop it, bring your toes together, loop it over the toes, and then tighten it as you'd like it, however you'd like it, so that it helps to support the legs in a little closer to the body, just wherever it's comfortable. Again, make sure that that belt is low on your hips. Bring your bricks underneath your knees to support them so they're not hanging in midair. And then scoot yourself back onto your back with your head on the pillows, maybe lifting the skin, lengthening the skin on the hips so that your back isn't arching forward, your pelvis isn't arching forward. Release the hips into the blocks. Well, release the hips so that the knees can release into the blocks, and bring your hands at your side. Relax the body. Close your eyes. Relax the mind. If you'd like to set an intention for your class today, do so now. We're going to be doing a breathing exercise today called pradaloma breathing. So in other classes, we did the opposite of this, where we would inhale and hold, inhale a third and hold, inhale, final third and hold. On this one, it's going to be the opposite. So we're going to take a full breath in to the count of 8 or whatever works for you. And then we'll exhale a third and hold for a beat. Exhale the second third, hold for a beat. Exhale the final third and release the body of all stale breath. Now, as before, if you have high blood pressure or hypertension or any sort of a heart issue, just breathe through the retention. Do not hold the breath. So let's take a preparatory breath in through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Now begin inhaling to a count of 8, filling the whole body, lower body, the middle of the chest, top of the chest. And now exhale just a third and hold. Exhale the second third and hold. Now squeezing all your muscles, release all the air. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on empty. And then release the muscles and return to normal breathing. Again, working the lungs, strengthening the lungs, working on capacity of the lungs, getting more air into the body. And coming to a greater focus and awareness of the breath to be able to control it, especially in times of stress. And let's take a preparatory breath in. And exhaling through the nose. Begin. Inhale to a count of 8 or approximately thereof. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold on full. And then exhaling the top third of the lungs and hold. Exhaling the second third and hold. And then squeezing the body to push out all remaining prana, any stale air, completely on empty. Then release the muscles, return to normal breathing. Just noticing the sensations. And respecting the power of the breath. Because you know, we don't get far in life without breathing. One final preparatory breath in. And exhaling. Now begin. Inhale completely in the lower third of the body. Inhale, expanding the rib cage, the diaphragm. Final third, the top of the shoulders, as much as you can possibly take in. And then exhale just a third and hold. Exhale the second third and hold. Final third, squeeze, 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 remove all the stale air. And when you are on empty, release the muscles. Inhale deeply, fresh, clean prana, and return to normal breathing. Take a moment with your eyes closed here and just notice the sensations, maybe the little tingles, the enlivening of your body. As we work with the breath, and when you're ready, bringing your hands under your knees, lifting the knees, working your feet out of the loop, lifting your hips, getting the loop off your body. And you can set the belt aside, rolling over onto your right side. And let's push the blankets and the pillows out of the way. We're done with them now. Come back onto your back. And let's bring the feet back together as we were before. Your knees, they don't have to be on the blocks at this point. Hands are at your side with the palms down. Now squeezing the feet together, we're going to squeeze the glutes and lift the hips. Don't have to be up very high, but just squeeze and lift and then release down. Press through the feet, squeeze the glutes and lift and down. Press, lift, inhale up. Squeeze, 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 and down. Let's do a couple more. Squeezing the feet, squeezing the glutes. So important for supporting our lower back, our spine, helping us to walk. And a release. Bring your feet up so that your feet are nice and wide. On the mat, knees are still bent. You can bring your hands up in cactus arms, like you got me. The surrender, what do they call that? Pose in Westerns. And then let's just windshield wiper the hands, or no, the knees, so, legs, yes, thank you, side to side. Just gently awakening the spine. And then bring the knees to center. You can bring your hands back for support if you'd like. Lift the hips, give them a little shimmy. Awakening the lower back and down. Inhale, lift, shimmy, waking up the digestive system. And down. Make sure you're keeping your jaw loose as you do it for a third time. And down. Bring your knees over your body. hands interlocked around your knees, and let's just do some little circles on the small of the back. Apanasana. And when you're ready, bringing your hands behind your thighs now. We're going to just start our little spinal rolls. Just moving the lower back along the spine. Maybe starting to get the feet into it. Tucking the chin tightly against the chest, creating a nice curve at the spine. Now we've rolled up. Keep rolling on this if you'd like. You can also roll to standing if you'd like. Let's see if I can do that one this morning. Well, one more time. Let's try that again. And come up to standing. I'm just playing. It's just fun to do that. Coming to standing. You know, we do a lot. When you're a child, you do all that rolling around. When we get older, we don't do that. And that's when we really need it. So bringing our feet together. And we're going to just, actually, no, let's take our feet about hip width apart and let's take one foot at a time and just do some ankle rolls. So I'm just on my toe, rolling over the toes. Go one way, making some small circles with the ankles. And rolling over the toes as well. Then pressing underneath the toes, giving them a little stretch. Turn the toes under, a little stretch on the top of the toes. And shake it out, do the other foot, coming under your toes, just some gentle ankle rolls. Go the other way. Pressing underneath the toes, getting a little stretch that way, turning the toes under, pressing on the tops of the toes, and a little stretch there. Shake it out. Now bring the knees together. And with your hands up right above your knees, we're just going to do some gentle circles of the knees. Going one way a few times, then going the other way. So these are tiny little circles, just loosening them up. And then now come to standing. Take your feet about hip width apart. And we're going to do some hip rolls, hands on your hips, just rolling the hips around from the hips. Going one way and the other way. And then come to center. Let's do some gentle arm rolls. You can do them together. You can do one at a time, however you'd like, just gentle, paying attention to how your shoulders feel today, keeping your chin parallel with the floor and your throat open. Let's go the other way. Let's do some neck rolls now. So dropping the head, inhale to your left, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other side, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other side, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale down to the other side. One last time this way. Just noticing how the neck feels. Relax so you can get a nice big circle and exhale down the other side. Going the other way now. Inhale. And exhale down the other side. Again, make sure your shoulders are relaxed here. There's space between your teeth. Keep the jaw out of it. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center. Now with your feet nice and wide, bend your knees and let's just do some swings side to side. Let your arms go ragdoll here. Just Go from side to side. You can do this slow. You can do it faster and get the arms into it. If you want a little bit more energy flowing, you can do that. Getting into more like that. Keep the knees nice and soft. You can bounce the hips a little bit if you'd like. Okay, coming back to center. Let's roll the wrists, interlocking the fingers. Go one way, then go the other way. Shake them out. Fist, straighten, fist, straighten, fist, straighten, fist, straighten. Shake them out. Take your hands forward with your arms straight as though you're holding a baseball. We're going to just keep that position and keep the arms as straight as possible as we do sort of lateral figure eights. Keep the jaw soft, go the other way. And shake them out. Let's see, so blubber lips as though you're, and I've been told that this is good if you're getting your picture taken, ladies, if you want your lips to look a little bigger. We're going to just take an inhale in and exhale, blubber strawberries through the lips. Again, inhale in. One more time, inhale in. Excellent. Coming to the front of our mat, moving on to our, and just move the blocks out of the way here. Moving on to our sun salutation, standing at the front of our mat. First, let's do our mountain pose. So with our big toes touching. Actually, I'll do this one this way so you can see me. Lift and spread the other toes and place them onto the floor. Soften or close the eyes with your hands at your side. Focus now on the connection of the bottom of your feet, the toes, the heels, with the floor. And as we begin to build our mighty mountain, our Tadasana, feeling the feet deep in the floor, deep in the earth, connecting with the energy deep that rises from the earth, from its core and comes up into the arches, lifts the arches, now shoots up into our calves and enlivens our kneecaps. Pulling that energy, you're feeling it rise now through the thighs as we engage our thighs, the outside of the hips. Pulling up at the Mula Bandha, strong legs. Engaging our Uddiyana, so pulling in at the core and up towards the back of the spine. Opening the shoulders, opening the heart and allowing the shoulders to fall back so that the energy rises up through the back of the spine, filling the chest cavity and opening the heart. Engaging our chin, our Jalandhara Bandha, so that the energy now is free to flow up through the back of the neck, out through the top of the head. And enjoying this connection of the earth to the sky and the sky to the earth. And breathe. Coming to our Ujjayi victorious breath, that sound of the ocean that we make at the back of our throat. And when you're ready, you can open the eyes, stepping your feet about hip width apart. Keeping our mighty mountain pose, let's raise the arms, reach up, grabbing that sky, that sun, and the energy there, finding space in the sides of the back, and exhale, hinging down into our forward fold. Release the head. Inhale, coming up halfway onto the fingertips, finding space in the back of the body, And exhale deeper into our fold. Hands to the floor, bend the knees. Inhale, step back with the right foot. Exhale, step back with the left foot. Inhale, rolling forward with the shoulders over the hands. Drop your knees, chest and chin to the floor. Now coming into our cobra, let's inhale, lift the hands, shoulders, head forward, and squeeze the elbows in against the body. Exhales, hold. Inhale for 2. And exhale, release. And again, inhale, lift the hands, shoulders, face. Squeezing those elbows tight, spread the fingers wide and pull the pinkies back towards the back of the body, squeezing all the muscles at the top of the spine. And exhale, hold or release. Now moving on to locust. Inhale, lift the feet, hands, shoulders, face, squeezing all the muscles from the glutes the whole way up to the top of the spine. Exhale for hold. Inhale, squeeze, 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 lift maybe a little more, and exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift the feet, hands, shoulders, face, and hold as you exhale. Squeeze, 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 maybe a little higher last time, and exhale, release. Inhale, press through the hands, spread your knees, and let's come into child for 3 breaths. Hands can be forward or at your side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, feeling the back of the body rise. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Taking any wiggles here you'd like. If the hips feel a little ouchy this morning, give them some love. And on your next inhale, let's spread the hands and the fingers wide. Tuck your toes. Press the knees up to our downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale. Walk your dog, stretch out your calves, and exhale. Maybe looking side to side. Inhale for 2. Release the head and the neck. And exhale. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. Make sure you're not holding it. Inhale for 3. If you'd like, you could come up onto your toes, get a little stretch. Hips up high to the sky. Exhale, maybe bending the knees if you'd like, coming into a crouching dog. Inhale for 4, pressing those heels back down towards the floor. And exhale. Press to the tops of the hands. Last inhalation. And exhale. On your next inhale, soften the knees. Walk the feet to the front of the mat. Coming into our Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, coming up onto the fingertips, halfway Uttanasana, and exhale deeper into the fold, keeping your knees soft here. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, engage your core, press through your heels, and hinge up to standing. Take a moment here with your hands at your side, your eyes soft or closed, and breathe. Just noticing the energy, the tingling. And we're going to do this again for the other side. So opening your eyes, inhale, reaching up to the sun, and exhale, hinging down, swan dive down to the floor, soften the knees. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back now with the left foot. Exhale, step back with the right foot. Inhale, rolling the shoulders over your hands, and exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin to the floor.
Straightening out your toes. Inhale, let's do our 2 cobras. Inhale.
Lifting the shoulders. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale down for 1. Inhale again, pressing through the tops of the feet. Lifting those shoulders, squeezing those elbows. Try to touch them behind your back. Exhale or hold. Inhale and down.
Moving on to our locust. Now we're going to lift the feet, hands, shoulders, face.
Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, hold. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale down.
One last time. Inhale, feet,
Hands, shoulders, face. Exhale, hold. The more you squeeze, the more you're strengthening. And exhale down.
Inhale, press through the hands, spread your knees, come into our chow. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Shake your hips a little bit, just some little wiggles. Check your shoulders. Check your jaw. On your next inhale, let's spread the hands wide. Press to the tops of the hands, tuck your toes, and come into downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, really pressing the heels, the hips up to the sky, getting a nice stretch, the whole length of the body, from the hands to the feet. Taking any little movements you'd like here. Couple more breaths. Strong arms. Check your head. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your neck or your jaw. One more breath. And soften your knees. Begin to gently walk your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, coming up onto your fingertips, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, push through your heels, engage your core, and hinge up to standing. Taking a moment now with your hands at your side and breathe. Just enjoying the sensations. And you can open your eyes. Now, crossing your hands at your chest, let's take a wide step back. Coming into our horse pose. So my feet are angled out at about a 45-degree angle, and my feet are about a leg length apart. Let's inhale, bring the arms up, meet the hands together in prayer, and then sinking down onto with our knees bent and our hands at our heart. Now check your knees that they're not falling in. We want the knees to be pointing outward as much as possible. And just breathe here. Strong legs. Ashvarohanasana, horse pose. Bring the arms down, straighten the legs. One more time, come down. Check your knees. Now inhale, lift your right ankle and put the heel down. Inhale, other ankle and down. Back and forth. Inhale, stomp. One more time. Inhale, stomp. Inhale, lift and stomp. Bring the arms up, straighten the legs. Last time, let's bring them down. Bring your arms out now. I'm going to drop my left arm, the hand down, at simultaneously lifting my right heel. Stomp and put it and straighten it. Now the other side, lift, bend, stomp. Other side, stomp,
Other side, stomps. Let's do one more set. This is more a mental exercise, I think, than it is a muscular one, but it's hard too. And bring the arms up. Coming back now, bring the arms to the side. Align your back leg so that the heel of your back leg is in line with your the arch of your back foot. Keeping your I should have said make sure you have a block nearby for either side. Okay. So coming into our warrior two, we're bending the front, in this case, the back leg. Arms are shoulder level. Checking your arms to make sure they're level. Shoulders are back, chest is open. Strong legs, pressing through both pinky toes, engaging the legs fully. On your next inhale, let's take the arm that's over the bent leg to the inside of the foot. I'm grabbing a block and I'm putting the block beside my foot, placing my hand onto the block. My elbow is pressing against that knee to keep it nice and open. Sweep the other hand up to the sky, tuck your chin, and turn the head to look up towards the sky. Now make sure your chin is tucked here. And open that shoulder, maybe pulling the arm back a little bit, finding space, and breathe. And inhale, now we're going to engage our core, press through the legs, and come back up to standing, back into warrior two. Strong legs here, a couple of breaths. And you can straighten that leg. Now let's come to the other side. And again, prepping a block beside now the inside of your other foot, aligning the back foot so that it is the heel of the front leg would transverse the arch of the back leg. Inhale, bring the arms up. Let's come into our warrior two. Strong legs. And when you're ready, we're going to drop the forward arm beside the foot, pressing that elbow against the knee for support, tucking our chin and lifting the opposite arm up to the sky, following past the hand with our eyes. Strong legs here. Parsvakonasana. One more breath. Now engaging your core, pressing through the legs, come back up to standing and sink down into warrior two. A couple of breaths here. Check your arms that they're nice and level. Strong legs. Now release and come back up to our Ashvarohanasana, our horse pose. So my feet are horse riding, yes, horse. And then bend the knees, bring the arms up, hands in front of the heart. Knees are out and open. Just a couple of breaths here. Strong legs, press through those toes. And then let's bring the arms up, press off the back leg, come to the front of the mat, shake it out a little bit. Maybe close the eyes if you'd like. Noticing the energy and the strength work in the legs. And you can open your eyes. Moving on to a little bit of balance work today. The always favorite tree pose. Now, again, if you struggle with your balance, there's no shame in coming close to a wall or having something. In fact, I would greatly ask you to do that so that in case you do wobble a bit, you have something to keep you from falling. Otherwise, and I like to do these on a hard floor, not on my sticky mat, just gives me a little bit more grip. As always, we're going to engage our core.
making our body really pulling in the muscles against the bones. I'm going to find a point of view at drishti to focus my eyes. I'm going to change the weight onto one leg. Bringing the other foot up, I'm going to place it on the thigh, not on the knee. And bring the hands to the heart. And breathe. And when you're ready, you can return to both feet and we'll do the other side. So again, finding your drishti, engaging your core, weight is on the other leg, foot goes against the other thigh, not against the knee. And when you're ready, you can release. Now, if you find that you're doing well with that, you can also raise the hands up above the head for a little bit more, or find a higher drishti. It just makes it a little bit more challenging. So just a couple of thoughts there. Staying close to a wall if you have one. We're going to just do a simple quad stretch. So using the wall for support and maybe bending the knees. I'm going to reach down, grab my ankle, and then come to standing, keeping the knees close together. Now, if you can't reach, you can take the belt with the loop, put it under the foot, and simply use that to help you to get your stretch. This is about a stretch. This isn't a balance. So do whatever feels comfortable to you. But again, grabbing the ankle, pulling the heel towards the hip, and finding that stretch in the front of the quads. Relax the jaw and keep the jaw parallel to the floor. And breathe. And release. Shake it out. We'll do the other side. So again, same. If you need the belt, bend the knees, grab the ankle, come to standing. I'm leaning against the wall here for support. It's about the stretch, not about the balance. Keeping the knees close together. And breathe. And release. Shaking it out. Let's come to the front of our mats. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, looking up halfway. And exhale deeper into the fold. Hands come to the floor as you bend your knees, step back and come onto the knees with both knees. Cross your ankles and push yourself back onto your backs. Make sure you have your belt. Blair, can you check to make sure that the camera's on me? Now straightening your left leg, let's take the belt and put it over the right foot. Either using a loop or you can just simply loop it over, holding it. And bringing taking your left arm out to the side, palm down for support. Again, my left leg is extended. And I'm just raising the right leg here for a gentle stretch. You can sort of control if you want to straighten the leg or if you want to have a slight bend in the knee, softening of the knee. It's up to you. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. And then when you're ready, let's lower that leg to the outside. So the right leg is going over to the right side. My right elbow is going to come down and just sort of let that leg hang in that loop for an opening. As much as possible, you want to keep the pelvis facing the sky and not rolling the hip over. If you need to even put your left hand on that left pelvic bone to help remember to keep it down, do so, but only letting the leg go down as far as you can. And if you need to use a brick or something underneath your elbow, feel free to do that as well. And breathe. Relax your jaw and your neck. And when you're ready, you can bring the foot forward. Now take the belt with the other arm. That would be my left arm holding the belt around my right foot, and my right arm is down now on the floor, palm down for support. Now I'm going to cross this leg over to the other side of my body. Now my hip will come up here, that's fine. And I'm just sort of resting on my left elbow, holding the loop and letting that leg just sort of hang there and enjoying this gentle twist. So one side, it's opening the pelvis, the other side, it's a gentle twist. Close your eyes and just breathe. Relax the shoulders. And when you're ready, you can bring the leg up. Let's bring the other leg up and meet it in the loop. Hold the loop with both hands if you'd like, and just a gentle tug or weight actually on the belt, just to get a nice stretch throughout both legs in the back of the leg, hamstrings, lower back, sciatic nerve. Again, no tension in the upper body here other than what you need just to hold onto the loop. Now let's take the right leg out. Just keep the left leg up in the loop. Extend that right leg. And again, finding our stretch, maybe allowing the heel to go up a little bit here so that you get more of a stretch in the back of the leg. Just play with this. And when you're ready, now bring the right arm down to the side, palm down for support, and slowly begin to lower the left leg out to the left side, coming to your elbow or whatever spot you find as far as the leg can go. Mindful of your hips. Again, if you want to bring that right hand onto that right hip and just put a little pressure on that so that you're keeping the hips as level as possible, finding that opening. Breathing here. And when you're ready, bringing the leg up to center, now taking the loop in the other hand, put the left arm down now for support, and we're going to roll the leg over to the right side. Hip will come up off the mat, that's fine. Coming down onto our right elbow and letting the leg just hang here. Maybe noticing some crackles and pops in your spine as you do this gentle opening and twist. Maybe noticing as you breathe that you notice a little bit of give as the hip opens a little more. You're able to go a little deeper into this twist.
And when you're ready, bring the foot up to center. You can take the belt off and lay it to the side. Now, with your arms above your head and your legs extended, I've got to move my stuff out of the way here for this one. Just going to do some functional movement here. So just rolling over, doing a complete loop with your arms extended, your feet extended, come back onto your back over to the right. So I just did a complete roll. I'm going to roll, I'm not using my arms, trying not to use the leg, just using my core and rolling back to center. Now we're going to go the other way. Again, rolling to the other side, engage your core. Oops. And rolling back the whole way onto our back, and then rolling back. Don't do your hands, and coming back to center. Bring your arms down. You can shake it out, shake out your hips. Maybe lift the hips and give them a little wiggle here. Bringing a brick now. I'm keeping my knees bent. My feet are slightly pigeon-toed. I'm going to put a brick between my knees here, and I'm going to squeeze the brick. Hands at the side, palms down for support. Inhale, I'm going to lift and squeeze, lift the hips, squeeze the brick. Keep your gaze forward and then down. Again, lift the hips, squeeze that brick, squeeze the glutes, and down. Inhale, lift, really trying to get as high as you can, maybe working the shoulders under the chest, and down. Now this time, extend one leg, keep squeezing that brick, lift the brick, and down. Let's do 3 with that leg extended. Lift, squeeze, and down. One more time. Lift, squeeze, and down. Bring the foot down. Shake the hips. Keep that brick there. We're going to do the same thing. Other side. Lift the leg. Point the toe. Lift the hip. Exhale down. Lift the hip. Exhale down. Engage your core here, and mula. Inhale, lift, squeeze, squeeze, and exhale down. Release the brick. You can put it at your side. Going to press up onto our forearms and then come with our hands behind us, and our feet are about hip width apart. We're going to lift up our hips so that we're in a tabletop position. Now, if you've had a neck injury, don't let the head fall back, maybe keep it level with the body. So lift the hips, forming a tabletop with the top of the body. Again, if you have a neck injury, I would keep the head forward. Otherwise, coming into our tabletop. Then releasing and coming down on the right side of the hip, we're going to turn around, touch our nose to the floor, a little mini push-up, and then come back to the side. Now we're going to lift up again, lift those hips nice and high, release, come down onto the other side of the hips, roll around, hands on the floor, nose to the floor, mini push-up, come back to center. Let's do both sides one more time. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, down right side. Roll around to the hands with the hands on the floor, touch your nose to the floor, press up to center. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, come down on the left side. Roll around to the back, hands on the mat, nose to the floor, press up, come to center. Now grabbing a brick again. I think I'll lay this side so you can see. We're going to, bless you. We're going to bring the, actually, I think we can use one brick. Do we use one brick under the head here? Put one brick under your head just for support on the low side. At least that's what works best for me. My legs are extended. I'm going to bring the top knee forward, and I'm going to bring the brick between long ways between my elbow and my knee. Inhale, I'm going to lift the leg. Exhale, kick. Inhale, foot down. Exhale, knee down. Engage your core here. Do it again. Inhale, lift. Squeeze that brick. Kick, nice and slow. Foot down. Knee down. Again, inhale, knee up. Exhale, kick. Inhale, knee down. Exhale, down. Let's do one more. I think it'll be 4. Inhale, up. Kick. Inhale, foot down. Exhale, leg down. Now roll over to your other side. Just simply roll over. I'm going to switch sides so that I'm facing you. And again, brick is underneath your cheek, side of your head, laying now on my right side. Legs are extended. I'm going to bring the top knee up, bring the brick lengthwise between my knee and my elbow, extend my lower arm for support. So inhale, lift, exhale, kick, inhale, foot down, exhale, knee down. Again, inhale, knee up, squeeze, 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 kick, foot down, knee down. Inhale, knee up, exhale, kick, inhale, foot down, exhale, knee down. I think one more, kick, foot, and down. You can place the brick at the side. Keep the one brick though, because we're going to roll onto our backs. With our feet about hip width apart and your knees bent, lift your hips and place the block so that it's the shoebox size, the lowest level, and place it under your sacrum. So the sacrum is that little triangular hard spot between your hip bones. And feel nice and sturdy there. Bring your hands to the side. Make sure you're not arching your neck here. If you have to jut your chin out, put a blanket or something to support the head. But we want the chin nicely engaged and pulled in. Hands are at your side. Bring one foot up over the body, second foot up over the body. Bring the feet up. And let's just stay in our Viparita Karani, our inverted angle pose, or no, it's inverted something pose. But anyway, looking at the world from a different perspective. Let's just try pointing our toes, pointing our ankle or our heels, point, ankles, point, ankles again. And then let's make some circles with our feet. This should feel very comfortable. Your back should feel very supported. If it's not, then do what you need to do to adjust it. And finally, let's just keep them up. Close your eyes and breathe. Make sure your jaw is relaxed and your space between your teeth, your shoulders are relaxed. And when you're ready, you can bend the knees and then place one foot and then the other onto the floor. Press through the toes, lift your hips, remove the brick. Taking a wide stance on the mat, working your feet, each one out to the side of the mat. And with your hands in our cactus pose again, let's just drop the legs to the right side. So both knees pointing to the right, look to your left, and let's just take a few moments here in this gentle twist. And when you're ready, bring the knees up, and then we're going to go to the other side. Again, the knees are now pointing, I'm pointing them to the left, and I'm looking with my head to the right. Close your eyes and breathe. And when you're ready, you can bring the feet up. Let's bring your knees up over your chest, give them a little hug as we did at the beginning of class. Maybe a little gentle roll around on the small of the back, one way, and then going the other way. Bringing your feet back down to the mat, extending your legs out, maybe kicking out your heels, stretching forward or above you with your hands, finding a nice big stretch here. Bringing the hands now down to the side of your body with your palms facing up. And let's do 3 mouth sighs. So open our mouth, sighing it out. Releasing, releasing, releasing. Inhale again through the nose. Sighing it out through the mouth. Last time, inhaling through the nose. We're returning to our normal breathing through the nose and beginning to scan the body, checking the feet, making sure they're relaxed. Release the knees, the thighs. Maybe checking your hips, giving them a little wiggle. Checking the chest, releasing the shoulders, arms heavy against the floor. Rolling the head side to side. Check your jaw. Release the eyes, the face. And enjoy your Shavasana. Coming back to the breath, beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Gently roll the head side to side. And when you're ready, bending your knees, rolling over to your side, keeping your eyes closed, taking a final breath here. Pressing yourself up to your seated position, keeping your eyes closed for another moment, hands to your heart, coming back to the intention. Engulfing that intention with the life and energy of your practice today. I hope you enjoy this beautiful weather and have a lovely week. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely week.
You too.